The night she lost me. It was supposed to be a night to celebrate her achievement, not the night our relationship ended without a single scream or slammed door. I sat alone in my truck, engine off, hands still clutched around the steering wheel like I was bracing for impact. But the damage had already been done. The jokes, the laughter at my expense, the look on her face when she sided with them, and then the silence that fell after I got up and walked out. I don't think she believed I'd actually leave. But I did. And something deep inside me knew I wouldn't be coming back. Let me take you back. My name is Noah King, I'm 29. For the last 3 years I was in a relationship with Elena Martin, 28. We met at a rooftop party in the city, one of those summer mixers with string lights and overpriced cocktails. She had a laugh that carried across the crowd, the kind of charisma that made people lean in when she spoke. She worked in marketing, fast-paced and polished. I'm an electrician, residential and commercial. I work with my hands, love machines, and spend my free time rebuilding vintage motorcycles in a quiet garage out back. We moved in together after a year and a half. Our lives were different but we fit. At least I thought we did. She used to say I grounded her. I liked how driven she was, and she claimed she loved that I was real. But not everything was as smooth as we made it seem. The real thorn in the relationship. Her trio of best friends from college. Kira, Ava, and Maya. I tried to connect with them early on. Dinners, holidays, even joined them on a weekend getaway once. But they made it clear I didn't belong. Maybe I wasn't polished enough. Maybe my blue-collar job wasn't impressive enough. Whatever it was, the judgment was never hidden. First, the comments were light. Teasing about my handyman uniform. Jabs about my dirty hobbies. Elena always brushed it off. They tease everyone, she'd say. They don't mean anything by it. But over time the jokes sharpened. And tonight, they finally cut deep enough to leave a scar. Elena had just been promoted to senior marketing coordinator, and I wanted to do something special. I made a reservation at this upscale steakhouse downtown, one of her favorites. I told her to invite her closest friends. My treat. She was glowing when she arrived, dressed in a sleek navy dress, all eyes on her. I was genuinely proud of her. She deserved the celebration. The evening started out okay. Drinks, shared appetizers, small talk. But by the time we got to entrees, the claws came out. Kira raised her wine glass and tilted her head toward me. "So Noah, still twisting wires and fixing fuses," she said, loud enough for the whole room to hear. "Must be nice, having a job that doesn't exactly stretch the brain." Ava chuckled and added, "Meanwhile Elena's running campaigns and closing deals, and you're elbow deep in Greece somewhere. Talk about different worlds." I gave a tight smile and kept my tone steady. "Actually, electrical work's more complex than people think. You'd be surprised how much planning, math, and code you need to know to not fry yourself." Maya snorted. "Sure, but it's not exactly what you'd call ambitious, is it?" I looked at Elena, waiting for her to say something. Anything. But she just sipped her wine and gave a tiny laugh. The kind you give when you're watching someone else get embarrassed and don't want to stop the show. Took a breath. "Look, I know I don't work in an office or wear dress shoes every day. But I'm proud of what I do. Keeps lights on and people safe. And I restore vintage motorcycles in my off time. Just finished rebuilding a '78 Honda CB750. They blinked, unimpressed. "How much money do you waste on those rust buckets?" Eva sneered. Then Maya went for blood. "Elena, girl, remember Jordan from that conference last month? He had goals, direction. You need someone who matches your level." I turned to Elena. Still nothing. Not even a frown. Just that faint smile, the one that said, "I'm pretending this doesn't bother me because I don't care." The conversation kept spiraling. My bike. So dirty and masculine. My job. Just matching colors, right? At one point, Kira leaned over and said, "Honestly, you're lucky Elena's willing to date down. Most women wouldn't." That was it. I set my fork down gently and looked at Elena. "This doesn't feel like joking." She didn't blink. "Noah, don't be so sensitive. They're just teasing." Kira laughed loud and sharp. Oh, is the handyman about to cry? He nodded. I'm not comfortable with this. Elena didn't back down. Her voice was cool, and her words were sharper than anything her friends had said. If you can't take a joke, you can just pay for your meal and leave. Silence. Then a round of giggles. Kira whispered, she really said it. I stood, calmly pulled my wallet out, and counted out $60. I set the bills beside my plate. That covers mine. Elena rolled her eyes. Noah, sit down. Don't be dramatic. I'm not, I said, grabbing my keys. Enjoy your night. As I walked away, Ava said behind me. He'll be back in 5 minutes. Watch. But I didn't look back. And I didn't come back. I sat in my truck for a long while, engine silent. Not angry. Not even sad. Just done. 10 minutes passed. My phone buzzed. Elena. Okay, joke's over. Come back and pay. Then. Seriously, Noah. Then. This isn't funny anymore. Then. You left me with a $400 bill. Are you kidding me? I put the truck in gear and drove home. By the time I walked through the apartment door, I had 17 missed calls and 9 voicemails. I didn't listen to any of them. I packed a bag, clothes, my charger, my toothbrush, and drove to my buddy Anthony's place. He didn't ask questions, just handed me a pillow and said, "About damn time." The next morning I woke up to more texts. Lena. You humiliated me. My friends think you're pathetic. You need to Venmo me now. Answer your phone. Then her friends joined in. Kira. You manipulated the whole situation. Toxic masculinity. Ava. Classic insecure man. Couldn't handle strong women. Maya. Sent a Venmo request. $100. Memo. For trauma. I blocked all of them. Around 10 a.m. a knock. Anthony peeked through the door and turned back to me. It's her. I know he's here. Elena shouted through the door. His truck's right outside. Maybe he Ubered somewhere, Anthony said with a shrug. She stayed out there 20 minutes. Calling, yelling, threatening. You can't just leave me with everything. Everything. Paid for my food. That was all I owed. Anthony handed me coffee. Dude. Remember when they made fun of your mom's accent? Or called your sister's wedding charming? For a budget event. You've been swallowing this crap for years. He was right. Later my phone rang. Unknown number. Picked up. Elena again, she said. We need to talk. We're talking. Face to face. I'm good. Noah, this is childish. So what? Your ego got bruised. No. I got tired of being disrespected. There's a difference. You can't just walk out like that. You told me to. Remember. Pay and leave. I didn't think you'd actually do it. I didn't reply. Then came a final message. From a number I didn't recognize. Hey. This is Jordan, Ava's boyfriend. Just wanted to say. Good on you, man. I've seen the way they talk about you behind your back. Ava showed me the text. Elena's at her place now, trying to plan some kind of revenge post. Just a heads up. Revenge. For what? Not paying for them to insult me. No thanks. Let them spin their story. I've walked through the door, and I'm not looking back.